Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ACC Sim Series. It's the Season 3 announcement stream. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening this evening, and you're all here in anticipation for all the information that we're going to give out this evening in regards to Season 3. So we have a very short stream this evening. It will literally just be the information, so we can then copy it and take it over to YouTube as well. So there's not going to be too much. I'm not going to keep you here for too long. And if you want to ask any questions, you can feel free to head over to the Discord after the race. After the stream. God, do we know what mindset I'm in today? So, how are we all doing in the chat? Let us know if you're here and if you're excited. It's going to make sure that everything's lined up properly for the stream. And then we can crack on. Right, awesome. So let's go on with the first thing. So as you can see from the picture, it's going to be 4 rounds. It's going to be up to 150 drivers. We've got currently signed up. Let me just little check on the list. 104 of you have currently filled out the Google form in the announcement channels. If you're interested in signing yourself up for Season 3, you have to make sure you fill out the form in the announcements channel on the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, the link has just been posted in the chat. So yeah, if you're not a member of the Discord, feel free to click the link on the announcements. You need to sign up using the form below, and we can get you added onto the list. So 4 rounds for with a maximum of 150 drivers. We're going to be doing 3 splits, and we'll have a little bit more explanation on that in this video. And every single split is going to be having 2 30-minute races. Part of the feedback from Season 2 is you guys would prefer a few longer races. And more time on track, and especially some of you really like the idea of the pit stops. We've added them in across all 3 splits. So let's make a start then and see what the race week is going to have a little look like. So the race week, Season 3 will have events across 6 days of the week. We'll be running events across AC and ACC, and they'll be open to all drivers. So on Tuesday nights, so let's start from the beginning. On Monday nights, it's going to be a day off for most or the majority of the staff. We are going to be running evaluation races during the season to therefore bolster our grid. If you are new to ACC Sim Series and evaluate during the season, you're going to be added to the reserve list for the season, and by doing your evaluation race, that means you get added to the reserve list. So if anyone drops out or we need to fill a space on the grid, you will be invited. So on Tuesday nights, we're going to be doing Assetto Corsa events, and they're going to be led by Gareth and Powell in our community. They're going to be heading up sort of an Assetto Corsa team. And to be fair, I've set the first event up, which is already up on Sim Racing GP at the moment. It's the Tatus FAO1, I believe the car is called, on 3 tracks, 20-minute sprint races around 3 Italian tracks, which are Monza, Imola and Mugello. So that's next Tuesday, and you can see that on SGP already. Then Wednesday, we're going to be doing ACC events. Now, I've asked our staff to contribute as much as they can to those. I've already started one off for next week, and the Porsche Cup Challenge around Misano is next week. And that's 2 20-minute sprint races around Misano. And you can, like I said, that's already up on SGP already as well. So you can get yourself signed up to those events. Thursday is going to be continuing the theme of our free practice and coaching sessions. So we'll be running a 2-hour free practice session using SGP on the track for the week, which we'll go through the tracks again shortly as well in a second. And that's just for you guys, just to get yourself embedded with all the drivers across all the splits. Just do some practice, a bit of coaching. Some of our pro drivers want to coach some of our AM drivers, and we might also be getting Dave Jesser in our community to rustle up his coaching program again and help you guys out on there, because I know they were very popular in the last 2 seasons. Now, the extra 2 little box things you can see underneath, the Tuesday and Thursday, is a new thing for Season 3. We're going to be doing check-ins for events. Last season, quite a few drivers following the feedback form were a little bit disappointed with the amount of people not turning up to events, and we didn't actually know if people were going to turn up or not. It was more of a trust thing, and clearly some of the drivers just decided they didn't want to take part after 1 or 2 races. So they're going to be in your channels. You're all going to be getting your own Discord channels for your splits. There is going to be an event check-in bot. So check-in will open on the Tuesday of race week, and it will close on the Thursday. And then that gives us a few hours in between, Thursday evening and Friday for the start of the races, for us to find out where all of you are and why you're not taking part if you've not checked in or out. So we move on to the actual race days, and Friday is going to be Split race day, and that is going to be live on our Twitch channel, which you'll hear now. So make sure you hit that follow button if you want to be informed whenever we go live for the first round of Split. Saturdays is going to be Silver Split, and again that will be live on the Twitch channel. And Sunday is going to be the Pro Split race day, and all 3 days this season are going to be live on our Twitch channel. We're going to touch on that at the end about introducing some of the new broadcasting team that we've got come on board, all ready for Season 3. So, here we go. So, we're moving on. So, that's the race week covered. If you've got any questions, you can feel free, like I said, to put them in the Discord afterwards. I'm sure some of the staff or myself will get to them. So, split managers. This season, we're divvying up the workload a little bit. Steve did an absolute monster load of work in Season 1 and Season 2. And there was a few people behind the scenes that helped him get the job done. And we're bringing those people from behind the scenes to the front of the scene. And each split this season will be managed by an ACCSS staff member. And they'll handle all your queries and be available in your private race chats. If you're in Split, your manager is going to be Leonard Schungel. If you're in Silver Split, it's going to be Nicholas Norberg. And if you're in Pro Split, it's going to be myself, Dan Terry, as your split managers for Season 3. Now, split managers will be responsible for all the sign-up questions, checking in, checking out, any post-race protests. If you just need help with filling out the form, they're going to be there just to help you guys out if you've got any questions during the season. They're also going to be helping when it comes to custom liveries. So we are going to be running custom liveries in Season 3. And it's up to you guys if you want to submit them or not, and if you want to run them or not, or see them. Cancel that. You're not going to have a chance to see them. So how it's going to work, following this stream, there'll be a video up in the announcements channel, which will be in regards to custom liveries. So it explains how we're going to ask you to submit them. Again, in your split channels, or in your split categories on Discord, you'll have a livery submission tab where you can submit your livery. And how it's going to work is we're asking you to... all your liveries will be sent to the broadcast. The broadcast will be able to see all of your cars. And then we're going to distribute the skin pack at the end of the season, where you can go back into the replay and get all those nice fancy screenshots that some of you love and adore. So our split manager is going to be handling all of that. So like I said, Leonard is going to be the split manager, Nicholas is going to be the silver split manager, and I am going to be the pro split manager. Let's move on to the next slide, see what we've got. So the format. One of the big parts of the feedback from last season is you guys wanting more people to be getting more points and a better chance of driving. It's how it's going to work this season. Each split will be up to 50 drivers. So it's not going to be 50 all in the same class. Those 50 drivers we're going to tier you all off. And that's what we've been doing in the behind the scenes, following your evaluation phases, is putting you in tiers from tier 1 all the way down to tier 6. Now tier 1, tier 3 and tier 5, they will be your pro drivers in each split. So tier 1 will be pro, tier 2 will be in the pro split, tier 3 will be pro, tier 4 will be in the silver split, and tier 5 will be pro, and tier 6 will be in the split. All this means is that there's still going to be 50 drivers of your ability. It's not like we're putting pro drivers in the bottom split. It just means that we've got more competition. So how it will work is the top 15 for each class will still receive points. For example, as you can see there, P1 receiving 20 points, all the way down to P15 receiving a solitary 1 point. And the same for AM. And I've also realised that the red writing still says pro, and we'll get that fixed before we put it on the Discord. And on the last column, you can see an example of what it would look like on track. So, say, for example, a pro driver was to finish first and second. They received 20 and 17 points. And the AM finished in third, but he'll still receive 20 points. I say he'll. It's very sexy to me. He or she, or whichever driver they are, will receive 20 points for their winning their class, and they'll have their own leaderboards. That will eventually give us 6 champions for Season 3. And that will also give us 18 opportunities to promote or demote drivers following into Season 4 in the new year. So how it's going to work, the top 3 will still be banned. The top 3 in Pro, the top 3 of the Pro class in Pro will still be banned at the end of the season. And you'll also be banned if you happen to win 3 championship races. So that's this series, that's not the endurance series or any of the one-off events. 3 Championship Series races will get you banned from ACCSS. That's always been the rule, and it will always remain the rule. The rest of it kind of is self-explanatory, essentially. Let's move on to the next split. So the next slide. So the race format. This is again following feedback is what we've gone for season 3. Even wishing my life away, thinking it's season 4. So round 1, 2, and 3 will follow identical formats across all 3 splits. Be a free practice of 30 minutes, qualifying of 15 minutes. Race 1 will be half an hour, and race 2 will be half an hour. There'll be 1 mandatory pit stop per race for tyres. This just adds a little bit more strategy into some of your drivers' minds. Now, round 4 will be a 60-minute race, and it'll be double point night race. That you'll soon see is going to be around Suzuka, and it'll be a free practice 30 minutes, qualifying 15 minutes, and race 1 will be 60 minutes in length. It will be a night race, and there'll be 1 mandatory pit. Before each of your races, there will be a driver briefing, and that will happen at the start of free practice in the quiet voice chat. So we're going to keep the voice chats the same. Quiet chat is where you'll hear the stewards, and race chat or the lounge is where you can talk to your friends while you're driving if you want to have that communal idea. So round 1, we're getting onto the tracks now. Round 1 will be coming live from Kyalami. It'll begin on the week beginning the 23rd of the 11th. Split is going to be on the 27th of November. At the event start will be 7 PM UTC. Silver will be on the 28th at the same time, and Pro will be on the 29th at the same time. Now, as you can see, Silvers and Pros will have weather during next season, and Pros will have to be dealing with changing game time for their start. So as you can see, for Pro Split, race 1 will start at 5 AM, race 2 will start at 9, but the other 2 splits, yours, will always start at 2 and 7 until we get to the night race at the end. So as you can see, like I've mentioned there, we've got weather for the Silvers, so they're going to have less severe weather than the Pros, or less likely chances of rain than the Pros, but the chance of rain is still there. So that's Kyalami, which is going to be round 1. Round 2, everybody's favourite Paul Ricard is going to come to you at the end of November, or the start of December even. Split will be on the 4th of December. Silver Split will be on the 5th of December, and Pro Split will be on the 6th of December. As you can see, this one will be a night race for the Pros, with their race 1 starting at 11 o'clock in the evening, and race 2 starting at 1 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, that percentage of wet race has been increased from race 1 to race 2. Let's move on to round number 3. So round number 3 is going to come in live from Brands Hatch, and it's going to begin on the 11th of December for the Split drivers, the 12th for the Silver Splits, and the Pros will be on the 13th of December. There will be a little note on this, as you can see. It's going to start later than normal for the Pro Splits on the Sunday. It's going to start at 7:30 in the evening. This is because we've delayed the start by 30 minutes due to round 2 of the Solo Endurance Cup being on the same day. So this is going to give drivers an extra, probably about an hour and a half if they're racing in both the Endurance Cup and the Championship. So they're giving them a bit of an extended period of time, but also not making it too late for everybody else. So as you can see, for the AMs, we've got 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock starting in the dry. The Silvers have got 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and it's a strong percentage that race is going to be wet for the Silvers and the Pros. And the Pros is going to start at 2 and 4, because realistic December weather in England, it's likely to be wet at Brands Hatch. Let's move on to round 4. So round 4 is going to be the season finale, the weekend before Christmas. So Friday the 18th of December, Saturday the 19th of December, and Sunday the 20th of December. And all these races will start again at 7 PM UTC. Now, as you can see, every single race will start at 9 o'clock in the evening on the in-game time. And every split will have 2 times progression set to their server. And it's going to be one 60-minute race for double points. It's making that clear now off the bat, so that everyone understands that's what it's going to look like for Season 3. So we've got rid of the 2.5 hour spa race due to the introduction of the Solo Endurance Cup, and we've given you a 60-minute double points race at the end of the season. Let's move on to the next one. So there we go, the stream schedule. And I was talking about earlier, we're introducing more races more races live to our Twitch channel. And we've got 3 broadcasters for this season. So myself, Gareth Ronda and Lars Kastrop are going to be broadcasters for Season 3. I'm going to be joined by commentators Stefan Bunatix, Paul Glover and Julian Straza throughout the season. They're going to be dropping in and out of all of the broadcasts as you go. So races are likely to become live at about 7:15 UTC, or if they're already listed on the slideshow, the slide as we put it onto the Discord. So like I said, Fridays is going to be the Championship Series. Saturdays is going to be the Fridays is going to be the AM Split, Saturdays the Silver Split, and Sundays the Pro Split. And I've also got a few special events in there coming up this Wednesday, 2 days time. The GT World Challenge 2020 launch party. We've got a 90-minute race from Imola coming up, and that will be live on our Twitch channel. We then also got a team taking part in a GT4 endurance around Brands Hatch, the 6 Hours of Kent, hosted by Apex Online Racing. We've got a couple of, at least one, maybe 2 teams in that. That is to be decided if it will be streamed yet. I know they will be doing a stream, so we might just be hosting theirs. And on the 13th of December will be the round 2 of the Solo Endurance Cup with Gareth and Stefan, and that will be live on our YouTube channel as well, YouTube and Twitch channel as well. The timings will be on YouTube, the stream will be on Twitch. And that's essentially it for this evening, guys. Like I've said, any questions, you can feel free to chuck them in the Discord after this. If I don't get to them today, I'll most likely get to them tomorrow and throughout the week. The most important thing that you guys need to do, though, is you need to go and fill out that form in Announcement. If you don't fill it out in time for the start of Season 3, and the cut-off is actually, I believe, Thursday evening or Friday evening this week, then there's a strong likelihood you will not be included in the starting round 1 splits for Season 3. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, guys. I look forward to hearing all of your feedback in the chat. Like I said, we do feedback forms at the end of the season, where if there's anything you don't like from the season before, we can have a look at it and adjust it for the season coming. Like I said, thank you very much for joining us, guys. I've been Dan Terry, and we've been ACC Sim Series Season 3 announcement stream. Goodbye.